All right, season 2 for the NORC Indycar series. Let's run down through the grid here, Joseph. David Shutt taking the pole to 24.915. Congratulations to him. Will Klein will take up second spot. Justin Lisenby starts third. Anthony Emery fourth. M. Scott Ramler starting fifth place. Nathan Lewis in sixth place. Jared Darling seventh. Spencer Madden eighth. Terrell Baker starting ninth. And Aaron Mulrooney Jr. will start in 10th. Joseph?
Taylor Fry will start in the 11th spot with Cole Fralick will start 12th. Tony Hilbrands will start 13th. Patrick Colby will start 14th. Benjamin Miles will start 15th with Brian LaPrade 16th. Jimmy Gregory will start 17th. Looks like he put in the last qualifying time. And then Daniel Falkiam will start 18th. Bobby Cheney 19th. And Spencer Owens will round out the top 20.
All right, Tom Mercier, 21st. Sean Williams will start 22nd. John Barry, 23rd. Scott Taylor, 24th. Elijah Gracia starts 25th. Josh Robin, 26th. Nick Mullinex, or Mucinex, as we call him, starts 27th. Brad Bothwell, 28th. Cody Lamas, 29th. Scott Shire, 30th. I guess that was it, 30 drivers. Wow, not bad.
Pretty good sized field tonight here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 100 laps under the lights. Man, this is gonna be a good race to start off the season. I'm really excited. Sounds good. Yep. All right, well, the cars are about to roll off here for 100 laps at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in on this not Tuesday evening. That's NASCAR, Joseph. You know, we're not used to doing this on Sunday, so thank you guys for tuning in on this Sunday night here on MaxSpeed TV. Hope you guys have enjoyed your Easter Sunday, and it's a pleasure for myself and Jeff to be calling tonight's race. So, Jeff, what do you expect in tonight's race? What kind of racing do you think we're going to see?
I think, Joseph, we're going to see a lot of pack racing here. This is IndyCar's super fast track here for a mile and a half at Las Vegas. And, you know, most mile and a half tracks for IndyCars, they usually, you know, have pack racing. So I think that's what we'll see here tonight.
Yep. All right. Again, David Shutt and Will Klein will be on the front row with Lisenby and Emery. And Sean Williams starts all the way back at 22nd. He was the Season 1 champion in the NORC IndyCar Series way back in 2017. That's the last time these guys have ran the NORC IndyCar Series season. So, very exciting. I hope you guys are ready to go. Hope you guys in chat are ready to go. And we know somebody that could really set us off to get this race started.
That's my guy.
Terrell Baker, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up?
You ready to go IndyCar racing, man?
IndyCar racing on Easter? Of course I am. NORC on Easter? Of course. Have you ever seen such a beautiful lineup in your life? No. Because you know why? NORC is bringing it for the first time ever. All right, boys. Here we are here at Las Vegas, the IndyCar debut. Can I get a good old IndyCar? Happy Easter.
All right, the green flag is in the air here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are underway. David Shutt already out to the lead. As a matter of fact, the top two has cleared each other side by side for third down the back straightaway.
Wow, we've already got some, Scott Rambler there. We've already got some trouble, looks like, brewing here as he had to take it down to the bottom.
Coming off turn 4 down the front straightaway, David Shutt is going to lead the first lap. On the outside, you got Justin Lisenby up on that outside. There's Spencer Madden on that bottom lane, going for the second spot now.
Yeah, this battle up front's already heating up.
That's Spencer Madden on the bottom, Justin Lisenby up high, and then you got side-by-side for fourth. Oh, and there's contact with Racely, and a big crash on the front straightaway on lap number 2. It looked like David Shutt and Spencer Madden got together coming off 4. The leaders collide. Somebody came back up the racetrack and collected quite a few cars. We are under caution for the first time tonight.
All right, Joseph, we're going to go back and look at this. I don't know if there was contact there between Lisenby or if that was Spencer Madden that started that.
Oh, you know what? It got started with David Shutt getting loose off 4.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm seeing right here as he comes around out of 4. Well, let's see. Oh, he caught the edge of the apron.
Caught the apron. And you know what? You catch the apron in these cars, man, you are along for the ride pretty much. And look at Spencer Madden come back across the racetrack, and look at all those cars just flying apart right there. I mean, what? We got a couple of cars going up in the air. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Already a big crash on lap number 2 here at Las Vegas.
I don't know if I can go back. We'll go back here one more time, and we'll catch up with Spencer Madden. Let's see. He does some aerobatics here, I think. So let's see if we can catch up with him here now. And he was kind of like the innocent victim in that, just because of David Shutt getting loose. There was no time at all for Spencer to check up.
Oh, and let me just tell you this. If you check up in these Indy cars, you lose so much momentum.
Yeah.
You're going so fast, and you lose so much momentum. And, you know, you're going so fast that you don't even have time to sometimes check up. And unfortunately, for both David Shutt and Spencer Madden. Now, I will say the good news is these guys do, in this IndyCar league, these guys do get one reset.
Right.
So these guys will have one reset, one opportunity to fix their race cars and be fully repaired to get back out there. But if you wreck again, then you're pretty much done. But, man, drama already early on here at Las Vegas. See if we could get a let me see, where is he at? Let's get Justin Lisenby up here in the booth. Justin Lisenby, you got a copy?
Yeah, got you, Joseph.
How's it going, man? Look like you're already having fun out there.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, like this is IndyCar at a high-speed oval, so it's just everyone out here is just brawling, and I just guess things are going my way so far. I thought I was going to die in that wreck, but we made it out alive.
So what's your strategy for this race? Because it's going to be hard to stay out front because the draft is so significant with these Indy cars that anybody could get a run up on you. But are you going to try to play it safe, or are you trying to just be aggressive all race long and maybe try to stay up there?
Yeah, no, I want to stay up towards the front as long as possible. I'm not going to try and make any stupid moves, but yeah, I mean, staying alive and up front is the goal, but who knows what's going to happen. Could, end up on pit road here in a couple of laps, but who knows.
All right, Lisenby, well, good luck out there and have some fun.
Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, well, no, but we have him here. Okay, well, it looks like we are going back racing under green here. And the green flag's back in the air. It looks like we are having single file restarts. So these guys are back up and going. You got Nathan Lewis at second, Cole Freilich third, Jared Darling fourth, and Taylor Fry fifth. And look at that, Cole Freilich. Or that's Nathan Lewis. I'm sorry, already looking outside, but looks like he's going to try to get a run down the back straightaway in that draft. He's going to look up high, heading into 3.
I couldn't complete the pass, but we'll try again here through the straightaway.
Yeah, so far, looks like he's just staying up higher than Lisenby is, going in the 1. Man, who is that going to the bottom? Look at Jared Darling. Wow. Dive down to the bottom for a second, and now he's going to swing up high to go for the lead as we got the crash in the back. Caution comes out for the second time tonight. Oh, we got a couple cars upside down. That's Jimmy Gregory and Tom Mercier in turn number 2. Yeah, big crash in turn number 2. We probably would assume there was contact between these cars. It looked like there was contact. First got started with Yeah, Jimmy Gregory and can't tell who else has. That's Nick Mucinex. The two getting together first. And this sends Jimmy Gregory around and head on into that outside wall. And then somebody else, where is Tom Mercier going to get collected in this? My goodness. Big crashes already early on in this race. Boy, before that caution came out, it looked like Jared Darling was wasting no time, was already making some aggressive moves. He swung down to the bottom to pass Nathan Lewis for second. Then he swung up to the outside to try to go for the race lead on Liza B, but unfortunately that caution came out before he got to do that. Sounds good. Jared Darling, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
I'll tell you what, it looks like you're making some aggressive moves early on. You swung down to the bottom to go for second. It looked like you swung back up high to go for the race lead before that caution came out. Looks like you're wanting to be aggressive all race long. Is that the plan?
Yeah, for sure. With having the reset, you kind of it changes your strategy just a little bit. At least for me, it does. So having that reset, I can make a little more aggressive moves here at the beginning, try to stay out front. Because I feel like staying out front is going to be important because it seems like being back there is kind of a mess. So, yeah, we're going to try to stay up front here, and I'm going to try to get around Justin here on this restart and do the best I can to control this thing.
Now, it seems like what we're already seeing in a couple green flag laps, the draft is so significant in these Indy cars. You get such a big run like we saw you do with Nathan Lewis and on Liza B there. So, I mean, how much is that draft playing a factor for you guys? And even if you have to check up, I mean, you probably lose a lot of momentum. So pretty much it's just go for it instead of just lifting off, pretty much, huh?
Yes and no. That's the thing, though, with the draft being so huge, you're actually probably out of the throttle more than you're in it when you're in the pack, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's just kind of how it is because of how powerful it is. I mean, you can be half throttle and you're still just staying there with him. So yeah, you just gotta be able to make your moves right with the right judgment and make your moves right. So that's just kind of how it is. Kind of a lot of off throttle, on throttle, just playing around with it in the draft. It's pretty extreme for sure.
All right, Jared. Well, good luck out there. Let's see if you can get up front here.
All right, we're gonna try.
Looks like the pace lights are still on, so it looks like we're at least at 2 to green right now. Remember, only single file restarts tonight.
Yeah, that's really a good idea for these Indy cars. As fast as they can be, even on a restart, you really need single file restarts because the double file will just bunch everybody up and, cause more issues.
Well, right now, Justin Lisby is on top of the board. Jared Darling second, Nathan Lewis third, Cole Frolic fourth. Terrell Baker moved up a few spots. He's up to fifth. Patrick Colby sixth. Taylor Fry seventh. Benjamin Miles eighth. Bobby Chaney ninth. And Josh Robin rounds out the top 10. Looks like Aaron Mulrooney is trying to get back into the race. It looked like he was out of the race at first, but looks like he connected back, and maybe we'll see him back on the racetrack pretty soon. All of a sudden, Tony Hilbrands is a couple of laps down. I don't know why. I didn't know if he was involved in one of the incidents that we didn't see. So, looks like right now he is a couple of laps down. And the pace lights are out, so we should go back green next time around. We will restart on lap 12 after 2 quick cautions early on in this race. Oh, they got a long season to get used to these, that's for sure.
And yeah, if you really think about it, most of these drivers in here, me and Rudy and yourself, Joseph, we all know them very well. And most of the times when we see them race, they're in stock cars. So this is new territory for them. And I think they're just trying to kind of get their feet wet tonight and kind of get used to it. I mean, because I believe since the last time that NORC has ran Indy cars, it was with the DW12. This is a whole different Indy car now, from that. Now, they do have similar handling characteristics, but there are some new features to each to the car's differences. So, as I said, I think they're just trying to get their feet wet and learn and, go with this season.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Jeff. Just, and these cars are just so much lighter than the stock cars, too. So that comes into a factor as well on how you have to change up your driving style just a little bit. Well, we're about to go back green. Jeff, maybe we can let them off here.
All right.
Green.
Pace car heads back to pit road. Green flag is back out immediately. We're back underway here at, the green flag was out, but they wasn't going, but now they are. We're back to green here at Las Vegas.
Yeah, it looks like Lisby restarted them awfully slow there, getting back up to speed. We got a side-by-side battle for the fourth spot. It looks like a fifth spot. That's Patrick Colby and Terrell Baker making some moves right now.
Yes. You gotta watch Terrell. I mean, any vehicle he drives on iRacing, I'm pretty well sure he's very well, in these cars too.
Yeah, it looks like the top four has broken away, but look at this pack of 4 cars for the lead.
Yeah.
Here comes Nathan Lewis down the bottom lane. That's Cole Fralick all the way up high. So these 4 cars have broken away, but Lisby doing a very good job holding these guys off right now.
A very good job. We see Jared Darling trying to push the issue here and get around him, but it just looks like right now that high side isn't really working out in their favor.
Yeah, and here... Yeah, Nathan Lewis did take a dive down to the bottom, and he is going to take the race lead away from Lisby. And here comes Cole Fralick to the inside for second.
Yes.
And Jared Darling for third. And the more these guys battle up here, that second pack might catch back up to them. So if the second group can stay single file, they can definitely catch this big group up here.
They can.
Oh, that didn't take long at all.
Oh. Yeah, the draft in these cars is insane, and that's what I like about them. One thing these drivers are really an issue with tonight here is that aero push. Everybody knows an Indycar has that, and if you're around traffic and you're trying to steer, it just gets so tough just to steer that car with that aero push. Oh, we got one loose.
That's Benjamin Miles.
Yes.
And they're 3 wide for the race lead. Look
Wow.
at this. Oh,
And
there's a crash in the back.
Oh.
I believe, can't tell who that was.
That was Terrell Baker.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he's high-centered on the wall. This does not look good for him, and still no caution.
Oh, that's not good. He's high-centered up on the wall, and now he gets off the wall. But I know he's going to have a lot of damage and probably needs to use a reset. But right now, Nathan Lewis to the race lead.
Yes, but the thing we got to put in.
Gosh.
Oh wow, they're 4 wide here on the
wide
back straightaway going into 3. Cool.
I would take a deep breath as well if I see that. Look at that on the outside lane here. That is David Shutt coming back into the picture. Remember, he lost it while leading the race, and now he's trying to recover back. But look at that in front of him. That's Taylor Fry up on that outside lane for second on Liza.
Yes.
Yeah, John Barry doing a very good job. Started 23rd in this race, and he's already moving up towards the front.
We had a wiggle there.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa, John Barry. Oh, hang on. He's in the grass. He's going to keep it straight.
Wow.
God, these guys are all over the place right now.
Yeah, that was a great save. Well, I kind of think, Joseph, it's kind of, 2 things here. It's the aero push, and I think they're also getting kind of loose off the corners. And when you're having both of that car is very hard to handle.
I think these cars are... Oh,
contact.
Taylor Fry and David Shutt down the front
Wow.
straightaway. Oh, my gosh.
That sent Taylor Fry up the racetrack, and he's going to lose a position or 2.
Nathan Lewis right now, he's like, you guys keep battling behind me. I'll just enjoy this fantastic view in front of me.
Yes. Anthony Emery, troubles for him. I don't really know what happened there, but he just darted way down off the racing surface and let everybody go by.
Wow, look at this. 3 wide for the race lead almost. Justin Lisby way up on the outside lane. That is David Shutt all the way down to the bottom for the second spot. Oh, yeah. Yep. And I feel like these cars, in the long run, once these tires start wearing out, I think it's going to be harder to hold that bottom lane. I mean, I've driven these Indy cars before in this big pack in this draft, and after the tires wear out, it is so hard to hold that bottom lane. You start pushing up just a little bit, so I feel that outside lane might come into play very shortly. Whoa, who's that way up high? That's Josh Robin. Look at that. They're about 4 wide for the lead.
They are.
That's David Shutt on the bottom. Justin Lisaby up high. That's the battle for the second spot. Nathan Lewis still so far hanging on to the race lead. Jared Darling, that third car on the bottom lane, still hanging in there in the top 5. But all of a sudden, coming into the picture is Briar LaPrade up on that outside lane.
I mean, right now, any of these guys, man, they got a chance. They're all racing pretty good. Wow.
Wow,
Here we
look
go,
how
3
close
wide
they
again.
Down the
Yes.
straightaway. 3 wide for second.
This is perfect IndyCar racing. This is how close it should be.
Now, you saw David Shutt get tied on that bottom lane entering the corner. He had to get out of the gas just a little bit so he doesn't slide up into Justin Lisaby and Josh Robin. Look how much momentum he lost there. No!
Yeah, contact.
Second.
Yeah, that's-
Lisaby.
Wow, Nathan Lewis and Justin Lisenby. Wow, that was nuts.
Oh, wow. Man, he was struggling in that middle lane there as well. Look at Jared Darling. Way up high. 4 wide. Nobody lifting.
I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to see a lot of this season. We're going to see this next week at Michigan. 2-mile racetrack, very wide, just enough to do this kind of racing. So the next couple weeks, tonight and next Sunday, is going to be very intense. And you know, we talked to Jared Darling under that caution. He said, you know, with the one reset, it does play a different strategy. These guys can take a risk of being aggressive because they do have the one reset. I guarantee you, if these guys did not have any resets, they only have one opportunity to keep their cars not damaged at all. I guarantee you they would not be this aggressive. But with the one reset, that's why you're seeing this aggressive racing.
Oh, of course. I couldn't agree with you more there, Joseph. That's exactly why we're seeing this. I mean, these guys know they've got a safety net. They know they can be aggressive. But I kind of like to say, I kind of like to still see it cleaner. I mean, even though you've got that one quick fix this early in the race, there's still really no need. Ooh!
That's Josh Robin sliding down
Yes,
the
it
apron.
is.
Boy, he kept it straight. Good save. We've seen a few drivers do that, too. They can,
yeah.
Oh, and
Caution.
caution. That's Brad Bothwell around and crashed.
And it looks like he has the commitment cone stuck in his wing, so it looks like he's had an issue with pit road.
This is down the front straightaway.
Oh, that was the pit exit cone, excuse me.
Yeah, you know, I've seen that quite a few times in this race. It just seems like the transition from the racetrack to that apron is not good for these Indy cars. I mean, we've seen it a couple of times. We've seen it a few times on the front straightaway, a couple of times in the corners. That apron, especially in these Indy cars, you can lose it very easily. That's probably what happened to Josh Robin as well. He clipped that apron and it sent him into the grass. He kept it straight, but unfortunately for Brad Bothwell, into the wall.
Yeah, most any track that has a elevation change like that in the banking of the corners, an Indy car is not going to like that change abruptly like that at the speeds they're traveling. So I think that's why we're seeing that.
All right, the guys are heading down pit road right now. Looks like Scott Rambler stays out on the racetrack, but the first car to duck on the pit road is race leader Nathan Lewis. Let's see if he can get off pit road first. We'll see how these pit stops go. Very quick pit stops. Could change 4 tires immediately, so it's faster than in NASCAR. And here they come. It looks like Nathan Lewis barely beats out Justin Lisaby.
Yes. Wow, that was a great race off pit road. But yeah, it usually takes a NASCAR pit crew about 16 seconds to do a pit stop. But over here at the Indy car, they can be done within 7.
Well, Nathan Lewis' pit stop was 6.3 seconds, so absolutely, you just double that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we could get a word in with Nathan Lewis.
Sir, you joining the...
Nathan, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do. What's up?
I'll tell you what, you're pretty strong out front right now. It seems like the guys battling behind you is helping you stay up front. So how's the race going for you so far? And how's the car and how's the conditions out there on the racetrack?
Well, right now, when I was the leader, it wasn't that hard because like you can just protect the bottom and no one can get around. So that's one nice thing when you're the leader and you block the apron so like no one can get around you. So it's about the same. And right now the car is feeling fine. It's not looser at all because it's so cold. So like it's not gonna break loose, which is I guess a good thing.
Now, the difference between being out front and then you racing in that pack like you were earlier in the race, is there any difference there?
Oh, not really, because I was still full throttle when I was in that pack. So because it's so cold, so it's like you don't really have to change your line. I would say, or even lifting. I wouldn't still full throttle. The only benefit right now, if you want to lift, is save some fuel, and which might come in handy if we go green. But it feels like we're not going green with people spinning when they hit the apron.
Yeah, all right, Nathan, good luck out there, and let's see if you can get that car in victory lane.
Thank you.
Yeah, Scott Ramler was the only driver, and looks like he did come on pit road that lap. Looked like he just wanted to get a lap led, but that should hand the lead back, definitely to Nathan Lewis. Justin Lizaby will be second with David Shutt third. Jared Darling fourth. Taylor Fry fifth. Brian LaPrade sixth. Cole Freilich seventh. John Barry eighth. Daniel Falkiam ninth. And Sean Williams rounding out the top 10.
Well, you know, guys, I was going to say, watch out for Daniel Falkingham. I know Indy cars are really not his cup of tea. He's used to driving NASCAR cars, and he's excellent at it. But watch out for him because, you know, he's a typical talented driver that learns as he goes. And I don't know how much practice he's got in these things, but I'm telling you, keep an eye on that guy right there.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, he is slowly but surely moving up through the field. He moved up half the positions than where he started. He started 18th. He's up to the 9th spot, as we do got the one to green this time by. So I watch him coming up to the front. And Sean Williams, too. I watch out for him as well because like he was Season 1 champion 3 years ago. I would not be surprised he shows up at the end of this race and bow for the win. Oh, he.
Well, it would help. I had a little technical difficulty. I had my mic muted, so you couldn't hear me.
Oh, well, that'll do it. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't need
Whoopsie.
that. I've had that. Yeah, you know, he was probably cussing that his mic was muted. He didn't want us to hear it. He didn't want the broadcast to hear it, so he had to vent. I get it, you know?
Okay.
All right, well, it looks like we are going to go back green here this time by. We're going to complete 33 laps, restart on lap 34. Not even at the halfway point yet, and we're about to see some more intense racing. So here we go. The pace car is going to pull off here. Nathan Lewis will lead the field back to the green flag with Just Lightsby second, David Shutt third. And here we go. The green flag is back in the air.
Well, they didn't hold nobody up that time.
Oh, absolutely not. I think Nathan Lewis was wasting no time wanting to get back going. But right now, it looks like the top two has broken away. Nathan Lewis and Justin Lizaby, but they will be caught up really quick. And here comes Lizaby now looking up to the outside for the race lead. And it looks like he's gonna not quite stay side by side with him off the corner. Look at Nathan Lewis protecting that bottom lane like he mentioned when we talked to him under caution. Now here comes David Shutt to the outside for the second spot.
Yeah, and he's got Jared Darling up there behind him along with Taylor Fry on the bottom. So we'll see what these... Oh, man, that was some shifting right... Whoa!
My goodness, who was that back there that was making all those moves? I think that was Brian... No, that was not...
That was... I think that was Daniel, wasn't it? Huh?
Yeah, it was Daniel Falk.
No, it wasn't Daniel. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It was somebody.
It was somebody. Hey, I tell you.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That right there, I think that was Taylor Fry.
That was Taylor Fry way up there on the outside lane, but doesn't look like he's going to get the advantage coming off four. Here comes Briar LaPrade for the third spot. And he's getting loose down the bottom
Yeah,
again.
he did. Oh, and he comes
big
back.
crash.
Oh!
And that is John Berry upside down on the front straightaway. Everybody else is trying to scatter to avoid him, but John Berry going for a wild ride down the front straightaway when Briar LaPrade hit that apron, overcorrected, and came back right into John Berry. The caution comes out once again for the fourth time tonight.
Wow, that was a crazy crash.
And John Berry kept it straight after all that. And just caught that apron. I'm telling you, that apron is a trouble spot. John Berry. Look at John Berry. Oh, my.
That's the 19 car, Briar LaPrade. LaPrade. I'll get it out.
LaPrade. Yep.
The one that was on the apron there when, yeah.
Yeah, he came back.
Yeah.
And
it was
yeah.
net coating, yes.
And then look at John Berry just go for that wild ride down the front straightaway. That was a big crash for him. Probably definitely caught him by surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, it looks like he's going to have to use this one reset here. But after all that, he kept the car straight and going.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man, but just look at that movement when he goes over Jared Darling's car. That was just pure insanity.
I think that had to frighten Jared Darling just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it did. But, man, that's a shame for John Berry, though. I mean, I think he would have cleared Briar there if that netcode wouldn't have happened.
Seeing some wild crashes in this race. What a season opener so far in the NORC Indycar series.
And a couple of them have been caused by just net coating, and that's something that drivers cannot get away from. That's just something that happens. But they're showing us some spectacular crashes when that happens.
But Nathan Lewis pointed out, this race, they would like to go green, but, they just got to stop catching that apron. We've seen it so many times in this race, especially down the front straightaway. These guys go down, catch that white line, or go down to the apron. They're going to get sideways, and that has caused a lot of problems. I don't think you are able to run down there unless... I see them do it right in the middle of the straightaway. I see some guys do it like as soon as they come off four, and it seems to be fine over there. But as soon as you do it in the center of the straightaway, that's where the trouble spot hits. We've seen that so many times, and I think you would think these guys would learn now that, yeah, that's probably not a good idea to run down there, or like at least transition from the track to the apron at the center of the straightaway.
Yeah, well, kind of as a matter of fact of how I'm saying this, since these guys are kind of, how would I put it, NASCAR junkies, I guess, because that's what they run most. They're really not, familiar with these cars, and I think what it's coming down to is they're still driving these like a stock car. They're thinking they can just drive it right down there on that bottom part and thinking everything will be okay. But that's not the case. These cars set just a hair bit lower. And with that center of gravity the way it is on these cars, if you get on a different transition like that, it's going to upset that race car.
Well, right now, a guy that haven't talked about yet, haven't mentioned his name yet, that has actually squeezed himself into the top 10. That's Scott Taylor. He started 24th in this race, slowly but surely. He moved himself into the top 10, and he's trying to get a good result tonight. Well, John Berry, all of a sudden, right now, he is 2 laps down. He's definitely going to need some more cautions if he wants to get back in this thing. Remember, he's got that one reset that he can use, but obviously early troubles for him. And Terrell Baker, all of a sudden, 2 laps down as well. Will Klein, 2 laps down. Tony O'Brand's 1 lap down. I mean, I'm sorry, Will Klein's 1 lap down. Sorry there. But, man, we just got to get these guys off that apron, because that's where the trouble spot is. Well, so far, the strongest driver so far in this race has been Nathan Lewis. When he's out front, it's hard to get by him. I mean, he's led quite a good amount of laps so far, and he's doing a very good job holding these guys off. But it's still early on in the race. A lot can happen. So, but we'll just have to see here. They do have to win the green here, so they will go back green next time around on lap 42. Have not reached the halfway point. When these guys get back going, they will hit the halfway point in about 9 laps.
I was going to say 5. I've been one
It
off.
feels like it, right? All right. Well, I know so far what I've seen here is Nathan Lewis, Justin Lisby, David Shaw, I feel are like the 3 strongest I've seen so far. But you got these guys, anybody can win in this series, which amazes me. It's pretty cool. But here we go, Jeff. They're about to go back green.
Yes, we are. There's the green flag. We're back underway here at Las Vegas.
And again, we see the top 2 just breaking away. Nathan Lewis and Just Lisby. We saw that on the last restart, but this second pack will soon catch them because they got more cars to draft off. Let's see Lisby if he's going to swing up high. It looks like he's going to sit back in second right now, falling behind him. But what about Taylor Fry? There he goes up to the outside for that second spot. Man, look at the run he's got up there. Holy cow.
Wow.
And he's going to lead that lap.
He did.
Oh, my gosh. He had such a run.
That was some momentum he had, but you can see it quickly faded.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's stuck on the outside. Now here comes David Shutt making it 3 wide for the race lead on that very top lane. That means Taylor Fry is stuck in the middle with Nathan Lewis down to the bottom.
Yep.
Man, look at this racing.
This is the pure product of Indycar racing on an oval. You know, you get a lot of them out there. There'll be pack racing.
Oh, pack racing indeed. And so far, it's just very intense. Look at Daniel Falkingham on that bottom lane. The third car in that inside lane trying to get up into that top 3. But he had to get out of the gas right there. And look how much momentum he lost there. Oh, look at Taylor Fry in the middle. Oh, my gosh. I mean, one little slip up, one little contact create a big mess.
It can.
Look at who's will. Yeah, way back there. Looks like that's Jared Darling trying to get a third line going up there. That's Cole Freilich with him.
Yeah, that was Jared. He's trying, but it ain't working out. And I mean, really, to be honest, I mean, you could get a third line going, but you ain't going to go to the front up that high.
Cole Freilich trying to get back into that top 5. He dropped back just a little bit, but he's trying to find his way back up there. He's the 4th car in that inside lane in that red and white car. So far, having a good run. We haven't seen his name before in NORC, but he's doing a very good job. Man, I tell you what, every time I see a car go down there in that apron, it just scares me that they're going to get sideways. And Nathan Lewis was the one about talking about these guys got to stay off that apron, but yet he was using that apron.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa, look at that battle for second, how close they got together there. That's Taylor Fry on that bottom lane with Justin Lisby up outside. You got Josh Robin there, the second car in the outside lane, side by side with David Shutt for the 4th spot.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was going to say about that, you see Nathan Lewis taking it down there. What he's trying to do right now, Joseph, is protect that bottom line. Now, if you make a commitment to come up onto that track, this is kind of like one of them things. When you make up your mind to do it, you can't dilly-dally around. You've got to make that quick commitment and come right back up onto the track. And that's what he's doing right now. So, keeping himself on that bottom is going to be all important right now.
Now, watch what he does on the front straightaway. Watch as soon as he comes out 4, he's going to hit that apron coming off 4 right there on the flat part. As soon as they hit the tri-oval, before he hits the tri-oval, and then watch him on exit. Right after they get off that tri-oval, that's when he comes back up the racetrack. I think that's what you really need to do. You can't really hit that apron like in the center of the straightaway because, one, you're in a turn, you're on a banking. It's just going to be harder. But watch again what Nathan Lewis does here. He's going to come off 4 right before they hit the tri-oval. He's going to go down on that apron. and then he's going to exit after the tri-oval right there. That's what's working out good for him. So if these other drivers can think about that and figure that out, we won't see so much trouble on that apron on the front straightaway.
I think you're right.
Look at this. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. This is
Yeah.
insane. And we have passed the halfway point, so we do got 49 laps to go this time around. Nathan Lewis is your race leader with Justin Lisby second and Taylor Fry third, but still side by side for second with Taylor Fry in the bottom, Lisby up high. And I tell you what, they just cannot figure out a way to get around Nathan Lewis. He is just so strong out for. Whoa! Nathan Lewis almost went up a little bit too high there. Almost gave the door open to Taylor Fry. Don't want to do that. He said he wanted to protect the bottom lane, and he's trying. Oh, there's a crash in the back.
Oh, no.
Who is that? I believe that's Anthony Emery sideways. And did they save that? Wow. He saved that.
Caution, yellow
Oh,
flag.
and we got a car. Okay, yeah, Bobby Chaney was the one that crashed, and looks like he is out of the race now. He just all that forward it. But yeah, Anthony Emery, oh my gosh, I don't even know how he saved that car because he was definitely sideways, and he made contact with somebody else as well while trying to save that race car. I believe that was Aaron Maroney. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, but look how sideways he is. Look at that. My goodness gracious.
That was unbelievable. And Bobby Chaney took his car behind the wall in that aftermath. Oh. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely see that was some major nicking there. It looks like it just looks like some kind of invisible bar just come flying out of that light blue car and just went up and hit Bobby. Wow. That is nuts.
I mean, you could probably fit 2 more Indy cars in there.
Yeah.
My gosh, that's insane. Well, these guys are coming on the pit road, so we will see if Nathan Lewis could come off pit road again first like he did the last time around. So far, he has been strong out front. And here we come. Who's coming off? Oh, okay, never mind. That's Anthony Emery pulling his pit box, and it looks like Nathan Lewis barely again beats out Justin Lisby exiting pit road. See if we could get a word in with Josh Robin. Josh Robin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, man, it's been crazy. Crazy race so far. You got sideways a couple other times on the front straightaway. Everybody's all over the place. How's the race for you, man?
It's going pretty good. It's really intense, I tell you what. It's really tight racing. These cars are just kind of all over the place, so you just got to hold it real steady. Try not to touch those wheels or you'll go flying, man.
And okay, now, how significant is that draft when you're in that pack? I mean, it seems like these guys have to make aggressive moves. And Jared Darling mentioned, having that one reset really helps to, trying to take a risk and be aggressive throughout this race. If it was no resets, I think guys would take it calmer than how they're racing right now. Well, what's your strategy? You're kind of towards the back. You're up to third, actually. I'm sorry. This leaderboard actually finally changed for me. So you're in third. You're doing a pretty good job. What's your strategy? You going to be aggressive or try to lay back a little bit here?
Yeah, I'm going to be aggressive. I still got my fast repair, so I'm just going to stay up front as much as I can and hopefully, stay out of trouble, not to crash. And yeah, I don't know. It seems like the bottom line is the dominant line right now. It's hard to get a run on the outside and pass the leaders. So maybe I'll just try to get to the bottom and make a move. Lead.
All right, Josh. Well, good luck out there, man.
Thank you.
Really, I love that camera angle, looking them straight in the face in the onboard. Look, Josh Robin, he didn't even blink. That's how focused he is. Well, I'll tell you what, who's come back into the picture in that top 10? How about Scott Ramler? He's up to 9th now. Remember, he dropped back early on and stayed in the back for a little while, and now he's moved himself up into the top 10. We should go back green on lap 59. I think they're at the 2 to go. They should get the 1 to go here.
Well, I wanted to say something about that when you said about it, he didn't even blink. I remember when they interviewed Denny Hamlin after that one race, and somebody was watching him or something, and they said, "Do you know that you never blinked? Like, for half of that race, he never even blinked." And he said, "I don't realize it," but he said, "I wonder why when I get out of the car, my eyes are like burning. They're so dry." Because he doesn't blink. He is so focused and so concentrated on what he's doing. He just doesn't even blink. Isn't that weird?
And Denny Hamlin is a great driver, too. He's always focused. He always knows what to do. You know, he's always determined to get the job done. So I'm not surprised that focus and determination in him has caused him to not blink for half the race. Oh, we got to do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we will go back to the restart on lap 59 here. So far, Nathan Lewis has been the dominant car all race long, but we still got about 42 laps to go in this race. Just Lisby third, Josh Robin third. We just talked to him. David Shutt fourth, and Cole Fralick rounds out the top 5. Well, folks, it is Easter Sunday, and it is the season opener of the NORC Indycar Series, and we're here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I think it's appropriate for this restart if we do a little crank it up for you guys. How's that sound? So let's go crank it up here on this restart here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Green, green, green.
My goodness, look at this battle of the race speed. We saw 3 wide momentarily there. Oh, and there was contact between Nathan Lewis and Cole Fralick just a little bit. And Cole Fralick's spinning into the infield. Can he keep it off the wall? No caution, though. He's still on the inside. Look out, guys. And there's a caution. Man, if his car would just stay down there, I guarantee that caution would not come out. But Cole Fralick goes for a wild ride down the front straightaway after contact between him and Nathan Lewis. And he hit that apron, and it sent him right around. But I don't think he hit anything. Looks like he kept it off the inside wall, but caution comes out again. My gosh. Yeah, just got sideways, and then there he goes for a spin. And then look at that. He trying to keep it off that inside wall. Does a very good job. And then look, if he could have just kept his car down there, I don't think the caution would come out, but his car barely got back up the racetrack, and I guess race control is like, okay, we need to throw the caution out. Man, he's got a long way back to go if he wants to recover. I would think so. I think these guys will be okay on fuel. We do got 35 laps to go.
Hard to tell with these cars. I'm pretty sure they'll have to make one more stop.
And you know,
well, it's a possibility. These cars usually can do about 30 to 35 laps on fuel, to maybe 40. So there's a possibility they can make it. There's a possibility they might run out.
Well, I will say, for Nathan Lewis, since he's up front, he's burning more fuel than the guys behind him. The guys behind him in that draft is helping them with their fuel mileage a little bit more. So if it did come down to a fuel mileage situation, which the way these cars just keep falling, I don't know if we are going to have that issue, but Nathan Lewis is still burning up more fuel than the guys behind him.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't know if you watched the Indycar race yesterday. The NASCAR guys drove, the Indycar guys. It was the iRacing NASCAR.
Well, Dale Jr.
Whatever the heck it was. Yeah, Dale Jr. said that he was running about 3/4 throttle trying to save fuel, and it came down to a fuel mileage race. When he crossed the line, it sputtered at the finish. That's how close they were on fuel.
Yeah.
It sputtered when he crossed the finish line.
And for a guy that's never really done IndyCar, that's not a bad finish for him.
Yep.
Pretty good job for Dale Jr. there, finishing third yesterday.
Yeah, he had an awesome pit crew and an awesome spotter that was helping him out and calling things for him. Because I watched the replay from the spotter. And man, I'm telling you what, he did an amazing job calling that race for Dale. And they were in constant communication. Every single second they were talking, on the radio. So that's what it takes. I always say, and I've always said this ever since I've started doing this almost 8 years ago, that communication on the track is, I believe, in my opinion, the most important thing. To let people know what you're going to be doing, and not just between your pit crew and you're the driver, but also between yourself and other drivers. Because if you're, at the last second you decide you're going to go high or something, it's always a good idea to let somebody know, because there could be somebody there, especially in these things. Oh boy.
I think you're always in communication when you're driving these cars. I mean, especially for the spotter too. They're always up. Just talking and stuff, especially racing this big pack. But, man, I tell you what, we've just seen some good racing tonight. And, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, Tuesday night, the NORC NASCAR Series. NORC, of course, runs the NASCAR Series. I know most of you know about that. The Tuesday night, these guys will be going to Daytona for the final race of the round of 8. Before they head into the championship race right here, actually, as a matter of fact, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So on Tuesday night at 6:40 Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Eastern is the race. But tune in to Max Speed TV and catch the final race of the round of 8 in the NORC NASCAR Series. So we got 2 drivers already locked into the championship race, Femi Olat and Bobby Zelensky, but we still got 6 other drivers that are looking for a spot in the championship 4.
I'm telling you what, Joseph, that's going to be a heck of a race. Every time that these guys go to Daytona or a super speedway of any type, it's just a phenomenal race. And folks, I'm telling you, you've got to tune in for that, because you're going to hear Joseph and I go right through the roof. It's going to be amazing. Every time that they're there, Joseph, we just we flip out, because you just never know what these guys are going to do, man. They pull something new out of their sleeve every single time that we go to a super speedway.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're about to go back green here in the NORC Indycar series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to go back to green on lap 69 here. So, Jeff, let's set them off here.
Yep. All right, pace car heads back to pit road.
Green flag.
And there's the green flag. We're back underway for the NORC IndyCar Series here at Las Vegas.
Wow, look at the battle for third. Well, it looked like Dave Shutt was thinking about passing Josh Robin there, but I guess he didn't want to get black flag there. He actually had to get out of the gas. Well, if he passed him before the start-finish line, he would have been black flag. Now here comes Justin Liesby back up on the outside lane on Nathan Lewis. I'm telling you what, we've seen these two just pull away on these restarts, but look at Josh Robin closing in on them once again. Look, he's going to have a big run right here. Man, look at this run he's got on the outside lane, and maybe he could get to the outside Nathan Lewis. He does.
Man, great racing on the restart here once again. Whoa, we're going 3 wide.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Josh Robin through the middle, 3 wide.
Yes.
And look at Brian LaPrade through the middle as well, going for the 3rd spot. Oh, man. Like I said, somebody's going to have to make an aggressive move on that bottom lane, even if they have to go down the apron on the back straightaway to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, like I mentioned earlier, if Liesby could get a run off 4 and dive to that apron before Nathan Lewis does, he could have an opportunity, but just he hasn't been able to get that run up behind him to do so.
Huh.
We know this is the type of track right here, guys, though, that this is, if you can get used to going down on that apron, I think this one in Chicagoland, if I'm not correct, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
If you can go down on that apron, there's a place to go down on the apron, and there's a place safely to come back up on it. These guys have got it figured out right here. As you've seen a couple other drivers that have tried it, but if you come back up in the wrong place or don't commit to that and kind of, you're not really jerking the wheel, but you got to make that commitment, and you got to do it quick.
Wow, look at this. Look at Josh Robin actually wanting to get Justin Liesby past Nathan Lewis. It might work if they just stayed lined up. Nathan Lewis might lose the race lead for the first time in quite a while, but just Liesby so far not been able to do it, but that's probably the aggressive and the closest we've seen somebody make a pass on that outside lane tonight. Just can't quite do it. My goodness, I mean, Nathan Lewis is doing a very good job holding that bottom lane and staying up front, but they're trying on that outside lane.
Yes, they are.
That's Brian LaPrade, the second car on the inside lane in that down there. Oh, man, there was contact between him and Liesby. A big crash on the first straightaway. Liesby flipping up and over David Shutt, Taylor Fry, and a couple other cars in a massive accident here on the front straightaway after contact between him and Brian LaPrade. The caution comes out once again. Yeah, Liesby was on the outside lane with Brian LaPrade on the inside. And I guess, there might have been some net coding, to my understanding.
Been a lot of that tonight.
And then look, just Liesby can't correct it. Oh man, look at Taylor Fry. David Shutt got a piece. Look at Liesby. Look at that ride he's going. Tony Hilbrands was the other car that was involved in this as well. And thankfully for Liesby, he does have a reset. I know he hasn't used it yet, but maybe for guys like Tony Hilbrands, which he was 2 laps down early, I guarantee you his night might be over here. But, man, who else is that? Looks like Anthony Emery was also caught up in that as well. Hey, I tell you what, man, it's starting to heat up front, that's for sure. And, wow,
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Falkingham got out ahead. Although, looks like Nathan Lewis did say, so we had some guys come down pit road. See if I could get a word with Cole Frolic.
Buddy.
Cole, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're having a decent race so far. A pretty good one, I should say. You had a slide down the infield earlier, but it seemed like you're recovering pretty well. How's the race and how's the track conditions for you so far?
It's been pretty wild. I think I got some front end damage here, so we're about to pit, lose all that track position I gained back. But really, it's just been trying to survive this race and keep the nose clean, which I didn't do that last time. I ran into the back of somebody trying to avoid all that mess.
Well, it looks like not going to have that many laps left to go. You're about to fix all that damage. How aggressive do you really need to be to try to get back up there? Do you think the car is still going to be fast enough to try to get back there?
Oh yeah, the car's definitely fast enough. I gotta pick my battles wisely and just go for it if I gotta.
All right, Cole. Well, good luck out there. See what you can do.
All right, thank you.
Probably got that one reset. Thankfully, that spin he had earlier, he didn't hit anything, so he didn't really need that reset anymore. Well, it looks like Tony Hilbrands have pulled it behind the wall, and so it looks like he's going to be done for the night. But so far, Nathan Lewis just been dominant. I tell you what, who's showed up into the top 10? Actually, a couple guys we haven't really mentioned their names. Although, how about Brad Bothwell up in 6th? Started 28th in this race. Spencer Owens started 20th. He's up to 8th. And then Will Klein, we saw him drop back for a while. He started 2nd in this race, and then now he's back up in the top 10, ranking in 9th. So we got guys that are doing a pretty good job trying to get back up there. It's go time. Soon. We're getting to the closing laps here, so it's time to, not lay back now. You got to get up to the front. And if there's... I tell you what, somebody's got to really try something to get around Nathan Lewis, man. We know he's got the most laps tonight. No question about that. But it's like, what do you really need to do to get around Nathan Lewis? You need to somehow get him on that bottom lane. Oh, it looks like we...
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, so I just got word from race control from John Barry himself. We did have the one to go here, but we are delaying the restarts here because Lisby had the fast repair, and unfortunately, it was not like repairing his race car. So he had to back out of the server and then reconnect, and so he can go around and use his fast repair. Well, unfortunately, Lisby's going to be one lap down, but at least he will be back out there on the racetrack, and his fast repair will work this time. So that is the reason why they are delaying the restart here. So we will go back to the restart with exactly 20 laps to go. It's going to get nuts.
I don't think we're going to see the final 20 laps finish out. I think we're going to have some more cautions in store.
Oh, you definitely. And we're probably going to see some 4Y racing. We know that for a fact. And what Nathan Lewis has done so far tonight, I think the way if he just does what he's doing, like he's done for most of this race, I don't think anybody's going to be able to pass him. But we almost saw Lisby get that. And it looks like we are delaying the restart again. So it looks like we will go back to the restart with 19 to go this time around. So we're at 2 to green again. So we are... I think Lisby, to my understanding, Lisby is getting the wave around right now because he got a lap down because he was forced to leave the server and come back in. So I think they're just trying to play it fair, get it right, because apparently iRacing is glitching out on him right now. So apparently things are under control now. He'll be back on the lead lap, and we should be going back racing with 19 to go. I thought so. Well, like I tried to mention, if there's anybody, if Nathan Lewis just keeps doing what he's been doing all race long, I feel like nobody can get around him. But we almost saw Lizaby make that pass on him, and I thought at first Lizaby was going to be able to make that work on that outside lane, but just couldn't. Wasn't quite enough. But what Nathan Lewis has done tonight, he's doing it right. That's for sure. So if he just keeps that up, maybe it'll still be hard to pass him. But you know these guys behind him are going to put a lot of pressure on him now. All right, it looks like we are going to go back green this time by with 19 laps to go. So right now, Nathan Lewis leading the race. Brian LaPrade second. Josh Robin third. Jared Darling fourth. Taylor Fry fifth. Brad Bothwell sixth. Spencer Owen seventh. Will Klein eighth. Daniel Falkingham ninth. And Scott Ramler rounds out the top 10. Lizaby right now back in the 22nd spot after he had to use his fast repair, but we know for sure he's going to try to be aggressive and try to get back up to the front. You know he's got a fast race car, but he's got a lot of cars to pass in a short period of time. Well, here we go. Back to the restart here. Wait, pace car is going to pull off very shortly. And we're set to go back green with 19 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're just waiting for that green flag to drop again. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. And I don't think having that big lead for Nathan Lewis right now is not a good idea. He had Justin Lizaby behind him for most of the race on these restarts that helped him to stay up front, but these guys behind him are really going to get a good run on him down this front straightaway. Yeah, here comes Brian LaPrade. Look at the run he's got. He's in that draft. The draft is so significant in these Indy cars. He's going to go up high now going into turn one. The top two has broken away, and Taylor Fry leading that second pack, but right now, side by side for the race lead.
Muted again.
Man.
Yep, that's going to get me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at Taylor Fry moving to the inside of Brian LaPrade for the second spot. Oh, and look at Falkingham going for the third spot now. And he's going to go for second. Now here comes Taylor Fry up on the outside.
Man, I tell you, I want to say this race is going to get more. I'm surprised. Knock on wood. I'm surprised there hasn't been another yellow, but might be right here.
Oh, look at Falkingham trying to fit a hole in there in the middle, but just can't quite do it. But he's going to clear Taylor Fry for the second spot. Now he's going to move up high down the back straightaway. Coming this 15 laps to go next time by. Yeah, that's Spencer Owens. Look at him. That second car on the inside lane. We have not seen him up front all race long.
No, we haven't.
Now he is showing up.
Yeah,
see if he can get something done. Look at these guys spread out on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Lewis is most definitely the car to beat here tonight. I mean, you can see him just get that transition and get down that bottom and run it. But we've also seen a lot of guys can't really judge that like he is. So I'm thinking that, like you said, somebody's going to have to try something drastic to get around him.
Oh, Spencer Owens might try something drastic. He's going to do it. So it's just a matter of when he can do it. He's got to find that right opportunity for him to do it right without him making a mistake. Look at that in the third spot all of a sudden. Here comes Brad Bothwell. Now he's going to swing up to the outside lane on Spencer Owens for the second spot, hanging in the 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa, we got Jared Darling down there in the grass.
Hello.
He saved
down there.
Man, that's like the third, fourth best save we've seen tonight, man. Some of these guys know how to wheel these cars.
And it is not easy to save these Indy cars at all. So these guys are doing a very good job at it. Well, look at here, side by side for the race lead. Look at Brad Bothwell using that outside lane pretty good. and he is staying right there. Look at Spencer Owens almost making
Wow.
it 3 wide through the middle.
Man, there's more 3 wide back there.
Oh,
Whoa.
contact! Brett Bothwell saves it. Now he gets hit. And they're wrecking in the
Yellow
back.
flag
Big
is
crash
out.
down the back straightaway. Brian LaPrade is one of them. And a couple other cars involved. I can't tell who's that car sitting on the inside. That is Scott Taylor. But, man, a big crash down the back straightaway. And we are going to have a caution with 12 laps to go. And we're going to have a restart inside 10 laps to go.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I just
I
knew
did
it.
too. Yep, and it looked like, and I think it was once again netcode. Oh, no, it was not. It looked like it was at first, but man. But look at Brad Bothwell. He saved that, and it looked like everything was under control. And then all of a sudden, a couple other cars got together trying to get around him, trying to avoid him. Brian LaPrade, I believe that was, it was Brian LaPrade, Scott Taylor, and I believe that was, that was Scott Shire. Oh, man. Well, look at this. I mean, we got some new faces back in front. Look who's back up here in the top 10 as well. Remember Spencer Madden? He started, eighth, and he had the contact with him and David Shutt on the very first lap. And we haven't seen him back in the top 10 since then. But all of a sudden, he's moved himself into the top 5. And Terrell Baker, remember, he wrecked early in this race. He's back in the top 10 in the 9th spot. And Anthony Emery, same thing. So we got some guys recovering pretty well, but things are starting to pick up, and it's going to get crazy. See if we could get a word in with Spencer Owens really quick. Spencer, got a copy?
Oh, me? Okay, hello.
I tell you what, man, all of a sudden you showed up to the party, but it's been pretty hard for these guys to get around Nathan Lewis since he's been holding that bottom lane pretty well. I know you're one of those drivers that's going to be very aggressive late in this race. What do you have to do to try to get around Nathan Lewis and see if anybody can actually clear him for the race lead?
I mean, there's really nothing you can do to get around him because the way these are, you're just sitting in a pack. And it's not like Daytona where you can just get like a push around him. You just have to sit behind him and hopefully he messes up. And knowing Nathan, he's really good in these cars, so that's probably next to not gonna happen.
I tell you what, I mean, like I said, we've seen you show up late in the race, but I mean, you guys were, I mean, how significant is that draft around these cars? Because we've seen these guys get big runs and stuff, and it's just been unbelievable. But it's just been tight racing. Has the draft really played factor? And do you really have to lift a lot just so you don't like run the back of somebody or get tight through the corners?
Yeah, you have to lift a lot. I mean, the draft it's working. You have to just imagine it like a NASCAR race at Daytona or Talladega. It's just you have to go in there. You have to lift whenever you get near somebody because you can't touch in these cars. You're gonna kill somebody. But you just have to have the mindset of, okay, this is Daytona or Talladega. You have to lift when you're getting close to somebody.
All right, well, Spencer, let's see what you can do for the checkered flag. So good luck out there, and maybe somebody will try to get around Nathan Lewis.
I'll definitely try to. Well, hopefully be there at the end.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Sounds good. Well, looks like we are going to get the one to go this time around, so we should go back to the restart with 7 laps to go. And we're actually going to ride on board with somebody on this restart here. We're actually going to ride on board with Jared Darling once we get back to the restart, see what he's doing once the green flag gets back going, you know. So, and see how aggressive he's going to be, because we know he's going to be aggressive. We know a couple of these other guys up here, like Daniel Falkham, you know, Taylor Fry, you know, David Shutt, Will Klein's always aggressive. You're going to see some of these guys do everything they can to get around Nathan Lewis. Because I tell you what, Nathan Lewis and Spencer said he's pretty good with these cars, so it's not surprising to see him know what to do here. But we're just gonna have to see if anybody has a shot. I mean, we've seen that outside lane try to work a couple other times, and it seemed like that somebody. It is possible. It seems like, but just Nathan Lewis, man, he's just hanging strong down there on that inside.
Yeah, but definitely not factoring out Daniel Falkingham. I mean, he's basically just good in any car he gets behind the wheel of. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him have a good finish.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it will be 7 laps to go when we go back to the restart. We are going to ride on board with Jared Darling for this restart as the pace car is going to peel off. 7 laps to go here in Las Vegas. Let's see if we could go green for the rest of the way, or will we have another caution to set up another restart? Green flag back in the air. Yeah, I mean, he did a great job there as well. Just got up into the top 5. He just got around David Schutt and Will Klein. And now there's a 4-car breakaway in front of him way up there, but he's going to be able to catch them pretty shortly. Three wide for the race lead almost. That's Daniel Falkingham way up high with 6 laps to go. Side by side with Spencer Owens. Spencer on the bottom, Daniel Falkingham up high, and that's Taylor Fry following behind them.
Yeah, you can see these guys up front. They're trying their best to get around Nathan, but man, it's just going to be tough.
5 laps to go this time by. Nathan Lewis dominating this race far. Look at Jared Darling way up high. They're 4 wide almost for the race lead. 5 laps to go, 3 wide now as they head into 1. And Spencer Owens looks like he's going to clear. No, not quite yet. Falkingham gets a run back to the outside lane for that second spot. As they're going to come off turn number 4, it'll be 4 laps to go this time around. 3 wide for third. Here comes David Schutt on that very bottom lane, trying to make some moves here. Yeah, Falkingham got shuffled back.
Yeah, he did.
Couple spots. And that's not what he wanted at all. But here we go. 3 laps to go. Nathan Lewis still hanging strong in that outside lane. Spencer Owens right there behind him. That's Taylor Fry and David Schutt side by side for third.
Yes. I kind of think those guys saw Daniel as a threat, and they were like, we got to push him back.
Heading into turn number 3 right now, Nathan Lewis still with the race lead. Spencer Owens and David Schutt side by side for the second spot. That's Spencer Owens downstairs, David Schutt upstairs. We got a spin in the infield grass. That is Sean Williams. No caution. Looks like it's going to come out. He stays in the infield.
They make it around on the white flag here. It will be over. There won't be no cautions after the white flag gets displayed once he crosses the start-finish line. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, there was contact there.
Wow.
Here we come. White flag in the air. Final lap here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the season opener of the NORC Indycar Series. They are side by side for the second spot. That is David Schutt outside of Spencer Owens. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Can anybody get around Nathan Lewis? It's going to have to happen right now. Heading into turn number 3. Spencer Owens sideways behind him. And here we come. Side by side at the line. Coming off 4. There's contact behind them. But Nathan Lewis is going to hold off and win in dominant fashion here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight.
Yes, David Schutt will finish second, and Anthony Emery comes home in third. Wow, he come up from 10th place restart there and got third.
Wow, a wild finish here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, as we knew it was going to be intense, it was going to get crazy, but Nathan Lewis, who's dominated this race all night long, did a great job holding these guys off. Staying in that bottom lane, protecting that bottom lane. Nobody could get around him down there. And it looked like it was a side-by-side battle for the second spot as well. But David Schutt just barely beats out Anthony Emery for second. Well, Nathan Lewis, there was nobody been able to get around you. You protected that bomb lane perfectly tonight. And tell us about that race. You dominate tonight. Tell us about your race and tell us about this win.
Well, I got to the bottom there after I think early on when Shut spun, and I think after that, like I was able to keep the bottom, and then the cautions fell my way where everyone followed me in, so I was able to keep the lead. And I know how Las Vegas works with these cars, where you just keep the bottom, no one will be able to pass you, and it showed there. Like no one was able to get around me in the whole race.
Now, you guys are going to Michigan next Sunday. We know Michigan is a very wide racetrack, and this is probably going to be the same type of racing out there, but just in a wider racetrack. But what's your expectations out there?
All depends on the weather. If it's cold, it'll be pack racing like this. But if it gets hot and slick, it'll spread out because the wax will have some tire wear. So it all depends on how Revin wants to set up the lobby for next week.
All right, well, Nathan, you did such a great job tonight, just dominating. No one can get around you on that inside lane. You, like I said, you protected that bomb lane perfectly. Is there anybody you got to thank for this win tonight?
Well, no, but I guess we can thank Revin for putting the league on, so I'll take it. I know I won't be able to do every race because I have a other IndyCar league that we have to do every once in a while on a Sunday, but I'll try to make most of them here. I think I'll miss maybe one. That's in 2 weeks, but other than that, I should be fine.
All right, well, Nathan, good job tonight. Congratulations, and hopefully best of luck to you in the next race.
Thank you.
Jeff, you got a second?
Yeah, sure do. David Shutt, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, tell us about the first race of the season here for the NORC IndyCar Series. Man, that race looked spectacular out there tonight. You started on a pole and you finished second, so tell us how the racing was.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Unfortunately, just that combination didn't really work well. Didn't provide for some good racing because you can't really pass the guy unless you thread the needle and go low. So, unfortunately, I was just in the wrong place there. If I had been in second behind Nathan, I would have sent it. Either we would have passed him or we would have wrecked. But unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to do that. So we just kind of sent it around the outside, but it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah. Well, with practice and qualifying tonight for the first race of the season, what was your thoughts before the race started?
I felt pretty confident. I'm pretty good in these cars, so I just wanted to make sure I kept out as many wrecks as I could. I queued up front, and then I hit the apron or where the track flattens out. I'm not sure, but I lost some track position, so I was able to get it back a couple times, and we kind of went back and forth. I just didn't have a good chance to pass the leader, really. But I made the mistake, so we'll try not to make any next week.
Well, what's your thoughts next week for Michigan?
Depends on what it is. What the track temp is. I hope it's like what they did for the iRacing one, the official one on Saturday, because seemed to be some good racing and tire wear was a factor. So hopefully there's better racing than there was tonight.
Yeah. All right, David. Well, anybody you want to give thanks or shout out to before you go celebrate your second place finish tonight?
Nope. See everybody next week.
All right. Well, congratulations, David, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Anthony Emery comes home third tonight here at Las Vegas. I don't know where he came from because I didn't even know he finished up here in the top three. Pretty insane. But Anthony, tell us about your race overall. You had a couple little incidents early on. You had a fantastic save as well through turn 3 and 4. So you've had a pretty crazy race yourself. So tell us about it.
Yeah, well, my sound wasn't working for some reason for the green flag, so I started on pit road. But really, that wasn't a bad thing because this package was so, it was just terrible. You couldn't pass the leader, and everybody was just stuck. So it's probably safer to be in the back. So I tried sitting there most of the race. Got in an instant. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know what happened. I think Jared hit me or something. I don't know. And then I saved it. But we had a little bit of damage, so I took a fast repair. And just waited till the last 10 laps, and then it went from maybe 10th or 11th, just drove it up to the field and tried to make something happen. But, I mean, there's no chance I could get the lead. My best shot was off of turn 4 on the last lap trying to surprise Nathan, and I didn't. There's no way I could have. You can't pass. And the bottom's just protected, and you can't push anybody on the outside. So, like Shutt said, hopefully, I love these cars when we get some tire wear and some aero push and stuff. You really have to position them better and try to get the best momentum and runs on the guy in front of you. So hopefully it's like that next week.
Yeah, so next week you guys are going to Michigan. Obviously, we've heard these guys already said that, it just depends on the track temperature, what they're going to do with what John is thinking about that. If it's like cold racetrack, obviously it's going to be probably more pack race like this, but I think more tire wear will play more of a factor if it's a hot, slick racetrack out here. Well, but what do you think about that race? What do you think about Michigan?
Well, I mean, just like Chart said. Also, I don't know what version we're using. If we're gonna use, I mean, they're pretty similar, but I prefer actually the older version over the newer version of Michigan. But yeah, these cars are just so temperature sensitive and how it affects the racing. So I mean, I've also noticed with these new cars, no matter what, usually the first 5 laps or so of a run should be pack racing, but then it kind of spreads out. I think that's how it'll go, even if it is hot next week. But we'll see how it all pans out. Overall, the goal tonight was because it's going to be so chaotic of racing. The goal is just get a top 10 or top 5 or something, just move on. So top 3, it's pretty good, and we'll see. I guess see you next week.
All right, is there anybody you got to thank for third place tonight?
Yeah, thanks to John Barry for putting on this league. He's been wanting to do it for a long time, and I think he got his wish finally with everybody kind of being stuck inside, not having anywhere to go. He could put one of these things on. It was, I don't know, I think it has some potential. We'll just have to, there's some moves that some guys need to calm down on. It's kind of crazy to be doing some stuff on lap 30 of 100, but hopefully that it's going to be good going forward. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting. I know Rudy kind of did this to be generous, just to help us out. That's really nice of him. Yeah.
All right, well, Anthony, good job on third place tonight, and good luck on Tuesday night as well, because you guys be racing at Daytona for the NASCAR league out there, and of course a lot of pressure on the line there to try and make the championship four.
For anybody who's watching this, there's 4 people that need to move on to the final 4. They're going to move on to the final 4 next week. Going into Daytona on Tuesday, there are, I think, 5 of us within 1 point of the last transfer spot. So everybody who's watching this, please tune in on Tuesday. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a free-for-all. It's going to be insane.
All right, absolutely. Well, again, good luck on Tuesday night, and good luck in the next race in the IndyCar series.
All right, thank you.
All right, Jeff, I guess it's time to run down to the finishing results in tonight's NORC IndyCar season opener here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So Nathan Lewis dominated tonight. Nobody could get by him once he got out front. He was just so strong, and congrats to him on that. David Shutt comes home second with Anthony Emery third. Daniel Falkiam will finish 4th, Jared Darling 5th, Taylor Fry 6th, Spencer Owens 7th, Will Klein 8th, Spencer Madden 9th, and Cole Fralick rounds out the top 10.
Scott Rammer will finish 11th tonight. Earl Baker in 12th. John Barry will finish 13th. Justin Lisenby finishes 14th. Nick, as we say, Mucinex finishes in 15th. Elijah Gracia finishes 16th. Tom Mercier 17th. Josh Robin finishes 18th. Scott Shire, finishes 19th. And Patrick Colby rounds out the top 20.
Sean Williams will come home 21st, Brian LaPrade 22nd, Brad Bothwell 23rd, Cody Lamas 24th, Scott Taylor 25th, Tony Hilbrands 26th, Jimmy Gregory 27th, Aaron Mulrooney Jr. 28th, Bobby Cheney 29th, and Benjamin Miles will finish up dead last in 30th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Max Speed TV tonight on your Easter Sunday. It's so cool to have the IndyCar series back in NORC after 3 years of hiatus for that league. But Rudy, thanks once again for giving us the opportunity to broadcast with you. And Jeff, thanks for joining in tonight. And of course, again, Tuesday night, guys, NORC back at it again. But the championship, the round of 8, the last race of the round of 8 at Daytona Tuesday night. You guys don't want to miss that. And then, of course, the next race from the NORC IndyCar Series next Sunday night here on Max Speed TV at Michigan National Speedway.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one Tuesday, man. I'll tell you what, you do not want to miss that. That's going to be amazing. Well, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate it. kind of nice having a little bit of a break there. You guys, just letting you guys go. You did an amazing job as usual. So, well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. We'll catch you next time. Till then, stay safe. Have a good night and wash them hands.